Hi and welcome to Kimmy Fitness, my mummy fitness. Today I'm going to talk to you about your postnatal recovery, especially if you're just starting to work out again. There are a few things you can really help your body heal post-birth or post-cesarean and post-vaginal birth. So, tip number 1, roll to your side as if you are pregnant still. I know it sounds crazy, but you can really help your abdominals and your pelvic floor if you roll to your side still to get up and roll to your side to get back down, because you're not applying the pressure onto your abdominals and you're not applying any pressure down into your pelvic floor. So roll to your side to get up and roll to your side to get down. Tip number 2, your posture. Your posture extremely changes during pregnancy. So, and post-pregnancy as well, you've then got to adjust to holding baby all the time. So you really have to think about how you're standing. Are you standing to the side with your hip out, or are you sitting deep into your hip? You really have to think about your posture, the way you're sitting. You know, if you're breastfeeding especially, we're always hunched over. So you really need to think about your posture. This is incredibly helpful and useful to your postnatal tummy and to strengthening those deep abdominal muscles into your back. So yeah, just really think about the way you stand and the way you sit and the way you carry baby. So yeah, posture. Think about lifting tall, shoulders back, lengthening up through your spine, weights even between both feet. This will incredibly help your postnatal healing. Tip number 3. So, carrying baby. I know, especially with a cesarean, they say you should not carry anything, or even post-birth, especially if you have diastasis recti, abdominal separation, that they say you shouldn't carry anything heavier than baby. It's absolutely impossible if you have another kid. So it's the way. So I would suggest the way you are lifting baby, the way you are picking them up, and the way you are putting them down, the way you are lifting them out of the cot. You really have to think about using your glutes, which tend to be clenched, which we want to think about unclenching. And my tip for unclenching your bottom is squeezing your bottom really hard and then just gently releasing it. So squeezing your bottom and then release. If you ever find yourself clenching your bottom, release it. We really need those glutes to help us, especially picking up baby, picking up our other children, or picking up shopping, or moving the washing line, our everyday chores. And that will lead me on to tip number 4. It's our everyday movement is really what's gonna help you and your recovery. No matter how much exercise you do or how much rehab you do to your diastasis recti or your prolapse or your pelvic floor, you really have to focus on your everyday movements. So it means the way you're moving, the way you're reaching for things, the way you're bending over, the way you're rotating. You've got to think about, have I got my glutes switched on? I know, so much to think about. Am I breathing? Am I holding my breath too much? You have to think about exhaling as you lift in heavy things, and especially if you have diastasis recti, abdominal separation. Rotation is not great for a diastasis recti, a non-functional diastasis recti. But so you really have to think about moving within a healing matter. So reaching, using those glutes. Exhale as you reach up within your reach, or you get the chair. Make an effort towards your healing, because it's really important. And these everyday movements will really help your body heal. So I'll move on to tip number 5, which is just It's basically just allowing your body to lie down on the floor. Because you've been with child for that 9 months, your spine has shifted, your hips have shifted. So just in those, especially in the early days of postnatal, is my first tip is just to lay on the floor with your feet either flat down or just your feet bent up, or just bent so your knees just bent, and just take a few moments. So just take a few minutes, like maybe like 3 to 8 minutes of just laying on the floor. Just allow your body to recognize being in itself again without baby. So it gently allows your organs to shift back into place, your hips to sink back into their place, and it allows your spine to just shift gently back into its own place as well. So, yes, these are my tips, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Bye.